how's it? Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. All right, so we're all set for tonight's reading, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. So, since yesterday was Athena's birthday, our first book is going to be Happy Birthday to You. But yesterday was your first birthday. I didn't even think to read it last night. I know, how terrible, right? I don't know. Then for our Thanksgiving book, we're going to do a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. And then Itsy the Clever Spider. We haven't read that in a while. So, Mister, which book would you like to read first? Happy birthday to you? Okay. Well, happy birthday to you, little girl. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. Beats burp. I wish we could do what they do in Catroo. They sure know how to say happy birthday to you. In Catroo, every year, on the day you were born, they start the day right in the bright early morn. When the birthday honker hikes high up Mount Zorn and lets loose a big blast on the big birthday horn. And the voice of the horn calls out loud as it plays, "Wake up, for today is your day of all days." And the moment the horn's happy honk is heard, comes a fluttering flap flap, and then comes the bird. The great birthday bird. And so far as I know, Catroo is the only place birthday birds grow. This bird has a brain. He's most beautifully brained, with the brainiest bird brain that's ever been trained. He was trained by the most splendid club in this nation, the Catroo Happy Birthday Association. And whether your name is Pete, Polly, or Paul, when your birthday comes around, he's in charge of it all. Maybe it's good that we don't live in Catroo because birds are your nemesis, aren't they? Yeah. Whether your name is Nate, Nellie, or Ned, he knows your address and heads for your bed. You hear a soft swoosh in the brightening sky. You're not all awake, but you open one eye. I know that feeling. Then over the housetops and trees of Catroo, the birthday bird comes to you. Just to you. So, what's that look for? That bird pops right in. You are up on your feet. You jump to the window. You meet and you greet with the secret Catroo birthday sign and shake that only good people with birthdays can make. You do it just so with each finger and toe. Then the bird says, "Come on, brush your teeth and let's go. It's your day of all days. It's the best of the best. Don't waste a minute. Hop to it. Get dressed." And 5 minutes later, you're having a snack on your way out of town on a smorgasbord back. "Today," laughs the bird, "eat whatever you want. Today no one tells you you can't or you shan't. And today you don't have to be tidy or neat. If you wish, you may eat with both hands and both feet. So get in there and munch. Have a big muncheroo. Today is your birthday. Today you are you." That's true. If we didn't have birthdays, you wouldn't be you. If you've never been born, well then what would you do? If you've never been born, well then what would you be? You might be a fish. Would you be okay with being a fish? Or a toad in a tree. You might be a doorknob or 3 baked potatoes. You might be a bag full of hard green tomatoes. Or worse than all that, you might be a wasn't. A wasn't has no fun at all. No, he doesn't. A wasn't just isn't. He just isn't present. But you are you. And now isn't that cute? So we'll go to the top of the toppest blue space, the official Catroo birthday sounding off place. Come on, open your mouth and sound off in the sky. Shout loud at the top of your voice. I'm I, me, I'm I. I may not know why, but I know that I like it. 3 cheers, I'm I. And now on this day of all days in Catroo, the association has built just for you a railway with very particular goats that are pulled through the air by uncular goats. These goats never slip, never trip, never bungle. They'll take us down fast to the birthday flower jungle. The best sniffing flowers that anyone grows. You have grown to be sniffed by your own private nose. They smell like licorice and cheese. There's a combo. Send 40 hoobubs up the trees to snip with snippers. Nip with nippers. Clip and clap with clapping clippers. Nip and snip with clipping clappers. Snip and snap with snipping snappers. All for you, the hoobubs clip. Happy birthday, nop and nip. Then pile the wondrous smelling stacks on 50 hippohammers' backs. I'll take those flowers all home for you. You can keep the hippoheimers too. While this is done, I've got a hunch. It's time to eat our birthday lunch. What's up? Is he crazy? Is he crazy again? For birthday luncheons, as a rule, we serve hot dogs rolled on a spoon. So stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff and stuff until you've had enough. Now, of course, we're all mustard. So one of the rules is to wash it all off in the mustard off pools, which are very fine warm water mountaintop tubs, which were built just for this by the mustard off clubs. Then out of the water, sing loud while you dry. Sing loud, I am lucky. Sing loud, I am I. If you'd never been born, then you might be an isn't. An isn't has no fun at all. No, he didn't. He never has birthdays, and that isn't pleasant. You have to be born. You don't get a present. A present. Ah, what kind shall I give? Well, the kind you remember as long as you live. Would you like a fine pet? Well, that's just what you'll get. I'll get you the fanciest pet ever yet. Oh my goodness, what is going on over here? Calm down, crazy boy. I don't know, he's crazy. I don't know. Don't have to tell me twice. I'll get you the fanciest pet ever yet. As you see, we have here in the heart of our nation the official Catherine Birthday Pet Reservation. From the east of the eastest to the west of the westest, we've searched the whole world just to bring you the bestest. They come in all sizes, small, medium, tall. If you wish, I will find you the tallest of all. What are you eating, Athena? How do you keep finding things to eat in here? To find who's the tallest, we start with the smallest. We start with the smallest, then what do? We line them all up back to back, 2 by 2, taller and taller, and when we are through, we finally will find one who's taller than you. But you have to be smart and keep watching their feet, because sometimes they stand on their tiptoes and cheat. And so from the smaller, we stack them up taller and taller and taller and taller and taller. And now, here's the one who is taller than aller. He's yours. He's all yours. He's the very tallest. I know you'll enjoy him, the tallest of allest. I'll have him shipped home to you, Birthday Express. It costs quite a lot, but I couldn't care less. Today is your birthday. Today you are you. So if it costs me $1,000 or $2. Today is your birthday. You get what you wish. You also might like a nice tiny fish. So I'll send diver gets, and I'll send diver gets deep undersea under the sea in their undersea kits. In all the wide world, there are no better pets than the time-telling fish that gets and gets. But speaking of time, my good gracious alive, the time-telling fish that's a quarter to 4. I had no idea it was getting so late. We have to get going. We have a big date. And so as the sun burns red in the west, comes the night of the best. Comes the night of the day of the best, the night of all nights in Cataroo. So according to rule, what we usually do is saddle up 2 hooded clockers named Alice and gallop like mad to the birthday pal Alice. Your big birthday party soon starts to begin in the finest pal Alice you've ever been in. Now, this birthday pal Alice, as soon you will see, has exactly 9,403 rooms to play games in, 12 halls for brass bands, not including the 53 hamburger stands. And besides all of that, there are 65 rooms just for keeping the sweeping up afterwards brooms. Because after your party, as well you may guess, it will take 20 days just to sweep up the mess. First, we're greeted by drummers who drum as they come. Then come the strummers who strum as they come. And the drummers who drum and the strummers who strum are followed by zummers who come as they zum. Just look at those zummers. They're sort of like plumbers. They come along humming with heads in their plumbing, and that makes the music that zummers call zumming. And all of this beautiful zumming and humming and plumbing and strumming and drumming and coming, all of it, all is for you. Look, Dr. Daring singing herrings. Daring singing spelling herrings. See what Daring's herrings do. They sing and spell it all for you. What am I rubbing? Am I rubbing eyeballs out? What's going on here? And here comes your cake, cooked by Snookers and Snookers, the official Cataroo Happy Birthday cake cookers. And Snookers, I'm happy to say, are the only cake cookers who cook cakes today. Made of guaranteed, certified, strictly grade A, peppermint, cucumber, sausage, paste butter. And the world's finest cake slicers. Whew. Cake slicers. Deader and deader and deader and deader, with hatchets aflutter, high up on the poop deck, stand ready to cut her. Poop deck. Because your mother's flat. Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Shout loud, I am lucky to be what I am. Thank goodness I'm not a clam or a ham or a dusty old jar of sour gooseberry jam. I am what I am. That's a great thing to be. If I say so myself, happy birthday to me. And now, by horseback and birdback and hickerback too, come your friends, all your friends from all over Catherine. And the birthday pal Alice heats up with her friends, and your party goes on and on and on till it ends. Only a little snotty about that. When it ends, you're much happier, richer, and fatter, and the bird flies you home on a very soft platter. So that's what the birthday bird does in Catherine, and I wish I could do all these great things for you, Athena. Yeah. Would you like a hooded coffer named Alice? Okay, crazy boy. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Trying to kill ourselves here. All right. That was violent. Okay. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving, and Charlie Brown's friend Lucy can't wait to celebrate. Charlie Brown, I'll hold this football. And you come kick it, Lucy says. You can't fool me, says Charlie Brown. I'll come running up, and you'll pull the football away like you always do. But one of the best traditions is the Thanksgiving football game, says Lucy. And the most important part is the kickoff. Charlie Brown thinks Lucy will let him kick the football if it's a holiday tradition. He runs towards the football, but she pulls it away again. Oh, that Lucy. Later, Charlie Brown is talking with his sister Sally and his friend Linus. Why should I give thanks on Thanksgiving? Sally asks. I haven't even finished eating my Halloween candy yet. Besides, all Thanksgiving does is make more work for us in school. Linus disagrees. Thanksgiving is a very important holiday, he explains. Ours was the first country in the world to make a national holiday to give thanks. Sally sighs and stares lovingly at Linus. Isn't he the cutest thing? Linus just rolls his eyes. What are you going to do on Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown? Sally and I are going over to our grandmother's house for dinner, Charlie Brown says. As soon as they get back home, Charlie Brown gets a call from Peppermint Patty. My dad says I could join you for Thanksgiving, she says. I don't mind inviting myself over, since I know you kind of like me, Chuck. Charlie Brown tries to explain that he's going to his grandmother's house for dinner, but Peppermint Patty keeps talking over him. By the way, I told Marcy and Franklin about the big turkey dinner you're having, so you can count on 3 for dinner. Peppermint Patty has invited herself, Marcy, and Franklin over for Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm not even going to be home, Charlie Brown groans to Linus. Linus has an idea. You can have 2 dinners, the first one for your friends, and then go to your grandmother's house with your family for the second one. But there's one flaw to Linus's plan. Charlie Brown doesn't know how to cook. All I can make is cold cereal and toast, Charlie Brown admits. Linus isn't discouraged. Maybe we could help, he says. Snoopy, go out to the garage and get a table for the backyard. Snoopy salutes Linus and gets to work. Snoopy and Woodstock find an old ping pong table, and they bring it outside. Then Snoopy sets up chairs around the table. Lawn chairs, beach chairs, rocking chairs, enough for everyone. To top it off, they add a pretty tablecloth, set the table, and even fold the napkins for each place setting. Where's Woodstock? Alessandra, do you see Woodstock? Yeah, good job. Now that the table is ready, Snoopy, Woodstock, Charlie Brown, and Linus start to make Thanksgiving dinner. Linus and Charlie Brown set up toasters and put in slices of bread. Once the bread is toasted, Snoopy butters all the pieces and stacks them on a serving platter. While Linus and Charlie Brown get popcorn, jelly beans, and pretzels, Snoopy and Woodstock disappear for a minute, and then they return dressed up like pilgrims. Charlie Brown isn't impressed. How can you serve the food in that ridiculous outfit? He scolds Snoopy. The guests will be here soon. Snoopy sighs and reaches for his chef's hat. Where's the bowl of jelly beans? Yeah, good job.
Jelly beans.
That's right. Soon Peppermint Patty, Marcy, and Franklin arrive and follow Charlie Brown out to the big table in the backyard. It's time for dinner. Snoopy is about to serve the guests when Peppermint Patty cuts in. Shouldn't we say grace first? She asks. Linus stands up. In the year 1621, the Pilgrims had their first Thanksgiving feast, he begins. Elder William Brewster, who was a minister, said prayer that went something like this. We thank God for our homes and food and our safety in a new land. We thank God for the opportunity to create a new world for freedom and justice. Amen, Peppermint Patty says. Where's Snoopy?
Amen. Cheese sticks.
Where's Snoopy? Yeah. Snoopy lifts the lid off a big platter and reveals the feast. Freshly popped popcorn, colorful jelly beans, salty pretzel sticks, and a stack of hot buttered toast. He loads up each guest's plate and sends it sailing over to them. Peppermint Patty frowns. What kind of Thanksgiving dinner is this? Where's the turkey, cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie, Chuck? She asks Charlie Brown. Don't you know anything about Thanksgiving dinners? What blockhead made all this? She throws down her popcorn in disgust. Where's Charlie Brown? Yeah, there's Charlie Brown. Snoopy pulls his chef's hat down over his face, and Charlie Brown gets up and walks away from the table. You were kind of rough on Charlie Brown, Marcy says to Peppermint Patty. Rough? Peppermint Patty shouts. We were supposed to be served a real Thanksgiving dinner. But did he invite you here? Marcy asks. Or did you invite yourself? And us too. Peppermint Patty thinks for a minute. She knows Marcy is right. Marcy, maybe you could go to Chuck and patch things up for me. Marcy isn't so sure that's a good idea. I think maybe you should go to Chuck and tell him yourself, she says. I'll just ruin everything. You go and speak for me. Where's Marcy? Yeah. Back in the house, Marcy finds Charlie Brown in the living room, looking upset. Peppermint Patty didn't mean all those things she said, Marcy tells him. Actually, she really likes you. I'm just sorry I ruined everyone's Thanksgiving, he moans. Marcy knows Charlie Brown's missing the point. Thanksgiving isn't about eating. She's just about eating, she says. We should be thankful for being together. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. Peppermint Patty sneaks up behind the two of them. Apologies accepted, she asks, offering to shake hands with Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown smiles and shakes her hand. Where's Peppermint Patty? Yeah, good job. Just then the clock chimes. Good grief, Charlie Brown cries. It's 4 o'clock. He and Sally are supposed to be at their grandmother's house in half an hour. Charlie Brown picks up the phone and dials his grandmother's number. Charlie Brown starts to tell his grandmother that they'll be late for dinner because their friends haven't eaten yet. But after a minute, he breaks into a huge grin. Everyone, Charlie Brown, Sally, Franklin, Linus, Peppermint Patty, and Marcy, is invited to Thanksgiving dinner at his grandmother's house. Peppermint Patty runs to the backyard. We're all invited to Charlie Brown's grandmother's for Thanksgiving dinner, she cries. Everyone cheers. After the gang piles into the car, they settle into their seats and wave goodbye to Snoopy and Woodstock. Isn't there an old song about going to a grandmother's house? Marcy asks. Peppermint Patty nods, and all the kids start to sing. Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. Where's Franklin? Where's Franklin?
Hey!
There's Franklin. Yeah, that's Franklin. And where's Linus? Yeah. And how about Sally? Yeah, good job. Back at Snoopy's doghouse, Snoopy and Woodstock put the finishing touches on their own Thanksgiving dinner, with pumpkin pie for dessert. Thanksgiving is always special, especially when you celebrate it with friends. Okay, now we've got Itsy the Clever Spider. Itsy the Spider looked at the world around him and sighed a big sigh. He was a very clever, very wise spider, and he knew a lot about most things, but he wanted to be cleverer and wiser still. It'll be easy, said Itsy to nobody in particular. I'll simply gather up all the wonderful knowledge in the world, all the amazing cleverness, and all the super skills to do everything. First, Itsy had a big problem to solve. Where am I going to keep all the wisdom and cleverness when I find it, he thought to himself. I'll need something very big and very safe to put it in. So Itsy set to work and made a big pot, especially for the task. In fact, it was so big that Itsy had trouble lifting it. Grumph, grumph, groan, he muttered under his breath. The next day, Itsy set out with his pot in search of every bit of wisdom that he could find. He traveled far and wide and saw lots of wonderful new things. But most importantly, he learned lots too. Every day, Itsy added new things to his big pot of wisdom, and every day his pot became heavier. Finally, there was no space in the pot for anything else, which was just as well because Itsy could hardly lift it. Then Itsy started to worry. Where can I hide my pot of wisdom to keep it safe, he thought, looking around and scratching his head with one of his 8 legs. Will it be safe in a hole in the ground, he wondered. No, the rabbits live there. Maybe it'll be safe in a cave, he pondered. No, the bats live there. Or in the forest, he considered. No, all kinds of chattering creatures live there. Just as Itsy was running out of ideas, he spotted a thorn tree standing all on its own. Its trunk was covered in huge spikes, and even its leaves were spiky. Perfect, shouted Itsy in delight. Using vines to tie his big pot to his tummy, Itsy started to climb the tree, very slowly. Itsy was so busy struggling with his heavy pot that he didn't notice his son, Bitsy, watching his every move. What a meal he's making of it, laughed Bitsy to himself. And he was right. Every time Itsy tried to climb the spiky tree, the pot of wisdom slipped and slid, making climbing very difficult indeed. At last, Bitsy could keep quiet no longer. Hey, Dad, he shouted. Tie the pot to your back, not your front. It'll make climbing much easier. Itsy almost fell out of the tree in surprise. Ouch, he yelled as he caught hold of a particularly large spike. How annoying that Bitsy had spotted him. How annoying that his idea was such a good idea. After all, it was he, Itsy, who had the pot of wisdom. Itsy threw the pot of wisdom down in a rage. The pot crashed to the ground and shattered. Tiny bits flew everywhere, and so did all the wisdom that was inside. All the knowledge, all the skills, and all the cleverness flew free and up, up, up into the air, floating away on the breeze. As Itsy and Bitsy watched, storm clouds gathered above them. Suddenly there was a deafening clap of thunder and it started to rain. It rained and rained and rained. It rained so hard that the water washed the wisdom out of the air, onto the land, and into the streams and rivers. The rivers of wisdom flowed into the sea, and as the tides went in and out around every bit of land, the wisdom began to spread around the whole wide world. Wow, was all that Itsy and Bitsy could say as they watched the amazing sight from the very highest, very driest place they could find. So, thanks to Itsy and his clever son, there is now a little bit of wisdom for everyone in the world. And that includes you. What do you think about that? All right. Well, I think that's it for right now. What do you think about that? All right. It's a school night. You got school tomorrow, my friend. You just got to make it through this week. You get a full week, though. You got 5 days of school. And then you get a whole week off for Thanksgiving. How crazy is that? I know. You sweet boy. I want to cut those nails before I send you to bed. I need to make a point of that to do that right now. All right. Oof. Good pup. All right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow night for 3 more stories and for more craziness, right, Dolly? All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.